name is Kasim. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about my five trading rules that I usually follow. These have been my go-to rules, and they've been working great for me so far. So I figured let me do a more in-depth video about it today. First of all, in order to get a better understanding of what I'm talking about today, I highly recommend you go back and check out this particular video here. This particular video would explain to you a little bit more what I'm talking about in today's video. So go back and watch this. Link will be up here in the description. It will pop up right up here. So go and watch this, and let's get into the video. So right here we have the S&P 500. So this is the top 500 companies in the US combined into one. So that's what I'm looking at today, this S&P 500, and this is about maybe 4 or 5 days worth of charts. So, and here is my 5 basic rules. I figured it makes sense for me to actually elaborate a little bit more, and I'm glad that I'm doing this live, so you guys will get a better idea of what I'm actually talking about. So these are my 5 basic rules that I basically follow, right? When I'm looking at entries, exits, and all those things. So if you go back to the previous videos, you know what all this are: 200, 20, and Ichimoku. No, not Ichimoku. I'm sorry, Heikin-Ashi, not Ichimoku. Okay, so go back to the previous video and you know what I'm talking about. So let's get into this particular video. So first of all, the title is my 5 trading rules. These are my personal trading rules that I've developed over my year and a half of just trying to hone this craft and learning it. So these are some of the stuff that I've been able to come up with. The first thing is trading with the 20. So right here is the 20 moving average. So trading with that just simply means when you're trying to place an entry, you want to place an entry when it gets close to the 20s right here, like right here, right? You know that obviously the trend has clearly changed here, and then it popped up a little bit, and it started going down. So let's say if we were to actually take action and take a trade on this, then you might want to just look at this one right here, right? So that's what you might want to look at. So the other one is all entry near 20, right? So that's what I was just talking about. Entries if it's to the downside right here. So if you place a put right here, placing a trade that the market will go down, then definitely it would keep on going down. So that's right here. So the first rule is trade with 20. So the 20 MA. So this is the 20 MA right here. As you can see, it makes sense when you're using it as a guide to guide you. So if you were to take a long position here, you see it actually went in your favor. And if you were to take a short position here because it's below the 20, if you had to take a short position here, it actually went in your favor as well. So the first one is trade with 20 MA, and the second one is all entry near 20 MA. So all the entries has to be near the 20, right? So when it's above the 200 and it's near the 20, then you can go for a call. When it's below the 200 and is near the entry, you can go for a put. So that's that. So the first one is trade with 20, which I already explained. So the 20 right here, if you're going for a long position, which are calls, then you might want to enter right above here and take this all the way up. And then once it goes below the 20 right here, once it goes below the 20, then you might want to go on a short position, placing a trade that it would go down. So that's what this one is saying, right? Always look to enter trades. If you're just if you don't want to use my Ichimoku system, my other Ichimoku that I always talk about, if you don't want to use that, you will just want to use something simple. This is a more simple, easy to use chart as well. I actually use all of them in combination, but this is a more simple to use chart. Um, all we have here is just three tools, three indicators. This is 200, this is 20, and this is Heikin-Ashi chart, right? So the first rule, like I said, trade with 20. The second one is all entry near 20. So if you're going for a long position, you might want to enter here, right? Because it's right next to the 20. If you're going for a short position, you might want to enter around here because it's also right next to the 20. Right here is a good one for a short. This is a good one for a short. As you can see, the market is still open. You can see the countdown right here. So right here, this is probably telling me that the market is still going down. It's still going down right here. And then you see this is interesting right here. You see the 20 looks like it's pushing downwards, and also the 200 also is turning red. So you can comfortably take a short here, and you'll be able to make some money on that. So if we're looking at a long position, which is right here. So first of all, the price has to be above the 200. Sometimes not really, but it has to be above the 200 most of the time. Like for example, right here it's still below, but you know that okay, the 200 is still turning green, so you can take that trade. Let me see if there's an example where it's not like that. Just give me a second here. I guess right here is one. So, but most of the time, these rules they work. These rules work. These tools work, and that's why I'm here posting it on YouTube because I use them. I use them as well. So the next one is short below the 200. So right here, when price is below the 200, this one is the 200. When the price is below it, obviously you want to be on the short side of the trade. And then trade with trend. I have to pop back to my Ichimoku chart because this is where trading with trend makes a little bit more sense. That's why I like to use all of them together. So like we said in the previous video, like right here, you can see a clear change in trend right here. You can see a clear change in trend, and at the same time here too, the tanking line keep on going up, and we have a change in trend right here. So if we were to enter a long here, if we were to enter a call long, whichever one you want to call it, if we were to enter here, you'd have made a pretty good amount of money. And then right here too, and then actually, you know what? Look at the Ichimoku cloud as well. Look at the cloud. All the way from here, the cloud tells you to stay in the trade, stay in the trade, stay in the trade, all the way from here, right? And let's say you take the risk, you get in here, you get into a trade here. As the tanking and all the other indicator breaks the cloud, which is this one right here, this one breaks it, the cloud started kind of shutting down and closing. So, and as this closed, you can see it started showing that okay, the trend has actually changed to the upside. So this is what I mean by trade with trends, right? So let's say if you didn't even enter here, as this is closing, and it starts showing green, like how this right here started forming and this right here started forming, we can assume like this right here, you can say this is how this got started. This is how it got started here. The same thing is happening here, right? So these are where the trend change, and those are like an area that you might want to look at. So if we go here and we pop back the Ichimoku on here, and we go back to, which was the time frame on that? That was 1 minute. And we go back here, we go back to 1 minute. There you go. So as you can see right here, wouldn't be such a bad entry as well, because you can just take this all the way up here. Right here as well wouldn't have been a bad entry as well, because you would have took this basically all the way up here onto the trend clearly changed. Because let me take out some stuff as well to make it easier. Let me check the chart out. So as you can see right here, the trend change here. So this will alert you first, right? This will alert you first. You have the 200 up here, you have the 20 up here, and then you have all your tanking and the baseline right here. So at this point, obviously the trend change. So right here the trend change, right here the trend change, and is on the downside, right? So this is what I mean by trade with trend. If we go to the more simple, actually let me take out this and put this back on. If we go to the more simple chart like this one, right? Like right here is a trend change, and also right here is also a trend change. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is just a simple overview for me to go over this one more time. I've had a lot of people contact me and say, okay, show me videos of exact where I should be looking at exact entries and exact exits, right? So that's why I'm doing this video, trying to look more into some of these rules. Like I said, go back to my video and actually watch this particular video. This go into more details about how everything works, how the Heikin-Ashi work, how 20 moving average works, how the 200 works as well. So go check out those videos, and I hope you've enjoyed this video so far. Have a good day. Bye.